Hi, Dr Xand.
I spent a lot of time in hospitals and I miss going to school and seeing my friends. I also get really angry and sad sometimes when I am in lots of pain. Playing helps me feel better and I wish I could make friends to play with in hospital. What would you miss about school if you were in hospital?
Look, Phoebe, I'm really sorry to hear that because what you're describing is so important, and I think that's exactly what I'd miss. So the important things that make our lives meaningful and that make things fun are the humans around us. So when you're in hospital, even if you're in an absolutely brilliant hospital with brilliant doctors, brilliant nurses, scanners, drugs, all those things, actually the humans are what's really important, particularly our friends and our family. And so, you know, one of the things in building any new hospital is you really want to make sure that stuff can take place, that you can play, that you have space to talk and interact with other people. Otherwise, you know, it's very hard to be your sort of full, happy, cheerful self.
Hi Dr. Xand, my name's Robin. I'm 8 years old and I want to be an expert cuber.
Is he going to do it? He's going to do it! Whoa!
I have a sibling with a brain injury. They tell me it's harder to solve puzzles. Can you tell me why?
Robin, I'm very impressed with you solving that Rubik's Cube. Your question about your sibling's brain injury is such an important one and such an interesting one. I think it's reasonable to say we don't entirely know the answer because solving a puzzle requires all kinds of different bits of your brain. If you're doing a Rubik's Cube, the bit of your brain called the motor bit drives the muscles that help you solve the puzzle, but you also have a thinking bit of your brain where you're reasoning through what will happen, a planning bit, you've got a kind of an energy level or an excitement also that comes from different parts of your brain. So there are all different kinds of things going on in your brain. Often you find that people who maybe can't struggle to solve problems can do other things really well. So if puzzling isn't your sibling's thing, there may be other skills that they've got that can be just as good. So one bit of your brain can take over. And the other thing is that even if you get a brain injury, sometimes other bits of the brain can work a bit harder to take over and you can make a bit of progress. So look, all the best to you. Brilliant work solving the puzzle and lots of love and luck to your sibling.
When I visit my sister in hospital, there isn't much to do, and I remember finding it a bit scary when I was younger. It would be nice if the new hospital had spaces away from the ward to have fun. What would you like to see in our new hospital that make it more welcoming for children?
Alice, your question is really good because when someone has a health problem and has to spend time in hospital, that has an impact on loads of people around them. Their friends who miss them, their family who worry about them, siblings particularly. You're used to kind of hanging out together and suddenly you can't. And hospitals, I tell you what, I was a doctor for 10 years seeing patients. I'm in hospitals all the time. I still find them a bit scary. They can be intimidating places. Lots of strangers, lots of strange equipment, things like this. So in a new hospital, of course you want it to look welcoming and nice, but I think it also has to have a certain feel. It has to smell nice, it has to be well lit, it has to have gardens and play areas and feel like the kind of place where everyone wants you to get better and to welcome you in and help you spend time with the people you love. So as a relative, you are doing a really important job looking after your sister and making sure they're okay. They will really be counting on you, and so the hospital has to help you do that. So that, what do I think should happen? Loads of things, but the most important thing is to talk to patients, and that's what's happening at the hospital. Talking to patients and getting them to help design the hospital.
My dad cooks the best Jamaican food. Dr. Xand, do you think it's a great idea to include more cultural dishes in the new Cambridge Children's Hospital?
Marley, food is what glues your day together. It's what glues a family together very often. It's what reminds us of home and comfort. And if you take that away from someone, it's very hard for them to feel really well and get better. So it's not just a little bit important, like it's nice to have your dad's amazing Jamaican food, which, by the way, I would like to try. It's also actually a really big part of getting better. If you're having food that's delicious, it relaxes you, it helps you recover, helps you eat, which builds your bones and your muscles and helps you recover from maybe an operation or an illness. So for all those reasons, what you're saying is one of the most important issues. My brother Chris works on it, Dr. Chris, and my wife works on it as well. We are obsessed with making sure that food in hospital is good. We're going to try and do it, but the most important thing is people like you, the patients, saying, I want to eat my dad's Jamaican food. Brilliant work, Marley.
We have one more question.
Will you come and visit us? at Cambridge Children's Hospital.
I never like to make a promise that I can't keep, but I will do my absolute best to come and visit you, and I'm really grateful for your questions, and I hope that we'll get to meet you all soon.